PokeRamble Podcast.
On this week's episode, I'll be talking about the Pokemon tournament in Sword and Shield, discussing what Pokemon will help you become the very best. Talking about the very best, we'll be also covering the big news in Pokemon Masters, so strap yourselves in, it's going to be a good one. Welcome to episode 8 of the PokeRamble Podcast. I'm your host, Kamal, and joined by me, is the frontier brain himself who doesn't flubber. It's Amit. How's it going?
I mean, you got the take right in the intro, right? So that's good.
It's fair enough. It's all fair game here.
True.
How's it going, buddy?
Yeah, really good. Good evening, everyone who's come to join us live.
Good evening.
It's good. It's I'm having a really good day actually.
Oh, really? What's going on?
No, I was up till crazy hours in the morning watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine,
Okay.
which I'm now debating maybe my favorite TV show of all time. I'm very torn.
I can't
really
wait to
enjoying
tell you
it.
that I haven't seen it, but I'll save that for a while.
No, you should check it out. It's good fun. I'm a big fan of Andy Samberg, so go check it out. It's good fun.
Yeah, I totally know that actor.
He's from The Lonely Island. And he was on SNL.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm with you now. I don't know which one of the Lonely Islands. I just know it's one of them now.
Listen, if there was one of the three you knew from the Lonely Island, it's Andy Samberg.
Is he the one in the video in my pants?
He's in all of the videos. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. But anyway, something we both know about is Pokemon, and
Yes.
I think we shall get onto our first segment right now. What's Pokemon going on? Right. So there's a lot of news in Pokemon Go. Should we start off with
So
the
much news.
Go Weekly Challenge?
Yeah, do you want to take it?
I prefer if you did, to be honest with you. I don't like reading.
Have I put you on the spot?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's okay. So the third Pokemon Go Fest Weekly Challenge is, I think, now underway or imminently underway.
It's underway, yeah.
Underway. And it's all about friendship. I wanted you to take
Something
the
we know
segment
about.
Yes, I was going to say I put in my notes for you. Insert a soppy line about how much you love me, but of course now that I'm doing the segment, I have to say something nice about you.
That's
so
not going to be too hard, to be
I'll...
honest with you.
No, it's true. There's so many nice things about you. Maybe I'll log into Pokemon Go and I'll send you a gift. Because if you send your friends a gift in Pokemon Go at the moment, they may get a very nice surprise.
Very nice.
So make sure you check that out. Also, there's timed research going on until the 22nd of July. So it's a shorter one this time, but it goes up until GoFest 2020. And if you complete the 3 sets of tasks, you can earn encounters with a Lowland Raichu, Petilil, how do you say that? Petilil?
I'd say Petilil. Sounds
Petilil.
accurate to me.
Petilil. I'm sticking with it. Petilil, who's just
Let's
made
not be
his
so
debut
petty.
who's just made his debut in Pokemon Go, and is available via sunny weather or 5 kilometer eggs if you don't complete the challenges in time.
So what's really strange about that is actually seeing them in like nearby, but in cloudy weather. So is it maybe the sunny weather thing's maybe a myth, or maybe it's not implemented properly.
Or maybe
maybe
it's boosted rates. Maybe it's boosted rates in the sun. But they're in the game, and also you can get lucky eggs and other rewards as well. So well worth checking out those timed research challenges and trying to get them done in the next couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
And as always, if 1 million people from each team complete the first 3 sets of timed research challenges from Team Instinct, then your Togetic will appear during the GoFest. Team Mystic, Dratini will appear. And if 1 million people from Team Valor complete it, Litwick will appear. So lots of incentives for you to go and check out those timed research challenges, help your teams, help the community, unlock some of those Pokemon again. And also, as an extra bonus, summer-themed Pokemon are now in the wild. So lots of, I assume, grass types and fire types, but also a very special summer-style Pikachu. So go and check that out.
When I first caught this Pikachu, the summer-style Pikachu, so it's something that's returned. The first one was in Yokohama, where I first caught this Pikachu. So they're quite special to me, these summer-style Pikachus. They've got good memories attached to them.
Nice.
Yeah, just thought I'd put that random nugget out there.
No, that's a cool bit of information. But yeah, there's lots of good incentives to take part, and also the game recommends that you go and take a snapshot of a summer style Pikachu you may find another little reward if you do.
Ooh, hang
So
on a minute.
lots of
I did not
fun
know
little
about
things.
that, so I shall be doing that after the podcast ends.
Good thing I do the news, eh?
Very much so. There's a reason why I delegated it professionally to you. But is that
But
it
the
for the
brilliant
Go
thing is,
Weekly
the brilliant thing is,
stuff?
because I'm not playing Pokemon Go anymore. I read some of this stuff and I'm like, what does this mean? What is a weekly challenge? Like, what's Go Fest?
Well, tactically, that's why I get you to do it. So, from a
True.
layman's term, you can break it down for the people.
Why don't you do it for the whole podcast if you want to do it in layman's terms?
Wow. All right. All right, moving on from that. Actually, I'd like to talk about something that's happening in raids. So raid invites are now a thing, where you can invite people anywhere in the world to raid with you. It of course will use up a raid pass for yourself and for other people who join you, but you can invite up to 5 people. This is currently boosted, so it's not always going to be 5 people. And it's currently rolled out for people that are level 40, but it will eventually get down to lower level players. It's worth noting that this is a temporary thing, so it's not going to be permanent, but it's a temporary feature that's going to stick around throughout the pandemic, so it's pretty cool. And what's also really cool is if someone from Poland invites you to a raid, the Pokemon that you catch, fingers crossed, will be from Poland as well. So it's pretty neat for people who are trying to collect Pokemon from around the world. So yeah, it's a cool little feature they've added. Any thoughts on that?
No, I mean, it'd be cool. I was going to ask actually, how are you enjoying the Team Rocket event with the hot air balloons and
I haven't been playing.
battling
I
Team
have
Rocket?
not been playing. I've just been
Oh
logging
wow,
in and out.
surprised.
Yeah, I'm just not interested in playing Pokemon Go at this point. I did play a bit of
You're
the
you're very
community
much
today,
in it
but
for the you're very much in it for the community days, aren't you?
yeah, well, the community day was today, but even today I'm not like actively playing. I've just left my phone to one side, just logging in every now and then, checking what's around, and yeah, I just prefer playing when I'm out and about,
Maybe
So
I should lend you my Pokemon Go Plus, and you can just use your watch all the time.
that's an idea. But yeah, it's a lot more fun when I'm outside and walking about and seeing what's on the radar rather than being at home. So that will change for GoFest, because GoFest is going to be quite interesting, and there are leaks about what's happening in GoFest, so I'd avoid them if I was you. But yeah, no. So that's a feature that's been added. Another little feature that's been added is that your raid passes won't be used when you're in a lobby now. So typically, when you get into a raid, you first have to go into the lobby, and when you get into the lobby, it uses up a raid pass. So even if you don't go ahead to the final boss battle, it'll use up a raid pass. Which is quite annoying, because sometimes you're trying to get in the last second and you'll waste a raid pass to find that you can't raid with other people. So now they've changed it that you'll only use a raid pass when you get into the actual battle itself. So that's a pretty good quality of life feature.
That feels like a bug that a lot of people would have got annoyed by.
Well, yeah, it wasn't a bug per se, but it's like I joined in like the last 10 seconds to join with a friend. It turns out he didn't get into the lobby, but I did, and so it wasted my raid pass, and we were unable to do the raid together, which was really annoying.
Maybe bug is the wrong word. Maybe poor design.
Yeah, poor
But yeah,
design, definitely, which you can describe
good.
a
I'm
lot of
glad that
things at the
they've sorted
start of
that
the
out.
game. But yeah, no, it's a good thing. But that's really it for Pokemon Go news, unless you've got anything that I've missed.
No, I hope everyone who is taking part in GoFest has a great time, though.
Oh,
Sounds like it's
thank you.
going to be a very different one and a very exciting one.
Yeah, and just hello to our friends before we go to the next segment, Albob and Ambelina in the chat. But
Guys, thank you for joining us.
with that, we shall move on to our next segment. So you want to be a Pokemon Master? It's Pokemon Masters news! Yay! Everybody's favorite section now that you're playing the game. Yeah, so first things first, Morty is now in the game. Everybody's favorite gym leader from the Johto region, Ekritique City. Shout out, represent.
Okay, let's be clear about this image. Past appearances. It's not Heart Gold and Soul Silver. He was in the original Gold and Silver.
I'll tell you why they've said that.
Go ahead.
Sit down with me. So, in the original Gold and Silver, including the anime, his design was different. He was more wearing sort of blue colors, more plainly dressed, let's say. And Heart Gold and Soul Silver, he got a new sort of design, and this was the design they went for, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and the one they've stuck with throughout past Heart Gold and Soul Silver, so that's why they say past appearances Heart Gold, Soul Silver, just because of that design is unique to the remake rather than the original.
Fair enough.
So yeah, that's why I did have the same reaction, and so I had to look it up, and yeah, that's what I came to the conclusion
Look
of.
at you doing your homework. Very good.
Yeah. When it comes to Johto, I'm a lot more bothered than I usually would be. So
True.
yeah, but no, he's a cool character to be in the game. Not only because he features a new move, so he's got Shadow Ball and Die Hit Plus, but the move he features with is something called Phantom Force. Phantom Force. And what basically happens is the user takes on a Phantom Presence stance. After a time, this presence fades and the user attacks. So no other actions can be used while in Phantom Presence. Opponent's moves will not hit the user whilst it's in the Phantom Presence. And if the user is hit by a single move, then the Phantom Presence will be dissipated. It will fade. I don't know why I said dissipated. It's a good word, regardless.
True.
But yeah, no, so this is a move where you click Phantom Force and you decide when you want to attack, essentially, with it. So quite a unique attack. Not all that good, to be honest with you, but it's a cool little gimmick they've added into the game. It is a quick move, so you've got a certain amount of times you can use it before it runs out, but obviously with the sync grid you can get refresh on that and get more usage out of it. But it's a cool new move in the game, and it's unique to Morty and Drifblim. So yeah, that's pretty cool. He also has an ability, trainer ability called raise the attack. It's called Pierce the Veil. It's all going down the gutter. It's called Pierce the Veil. That raises his attack, special attack, and evasiveness. But even more so, it'll raise even higher if Drifblim's under a status condition. So another sort of gimmick. You normally wouldn't want to be afflicted by a status condition, but in this case it benefits Morty and Drifblim. It comes with 3 skills. Shook 2, which raises the speed of the pair when the HP drops below half for the first time. It's got Last Word, where the Pokemon explodes before fainting, so get those last hits off. And it's actually got a really cool ability called Benefactor, which transfers this sync pair's stats to another sync pair when it switches in. So a bit like Phoebe, but a bit unlike Phoebe, where Phoebe only does half and only activates upon fainting, but he gives the full stats and can switch out anytime. So good for co-op, I'd say. But yeah, that's really it for Morty and Drifblim, unless you've got anything to say about those two.
No, there is an achievement tied to Last Word, and the only other Pokemon that you can get it with at the moment is Voltorb. So a handy one to pick up if you're looking.
Can you get it with Jasmine as well? I thought Jasmine would have had it, but maybe I'm mixing up the two. But no, Voltorb's got it for sure, yeah. But I was wondering if Jasmine might have it.
Checking now.
Yeah, but whilst you check that, and I know you were a bit disappointed that he didn't have Gengar alongside him, but I'm sort of hoping that there's a duplicate pair where Gengar is his partner eventually. Especially since Agatha's Gengar is more of a tech pair rather than a striker pair. So
it's true. You're right. Jasmine and Steelix can also use Last Word.
Oh, fantastic! Good That's
shout.
One sync pair I haven't got that I really wanted, but F in the chat for that. We will move on to the next piece of news. A bug out type event was announced by the Pokemon Masters Japan account. Now, what we know about this event is it will bring more eggs that feature bug-type Pokemon, specifically Scyther and Pinsir, and they'll be available in eggs. Now, you've got a higher chance of getting bug-type Pokemon in eggs by having bug-type sync pairs in your party when you go into battle. So that's something to know, but how do you take this news?
It's exciting. I hope that Scyther can evolve as well, because a Scizor sounds good fun. The only small downside with egg Pokemon at the moment is there's no real way to make them useful in the game. They're nice collector items, and that's lovely, and they're very, very useful in a pinch. But they're not. They just can't get leveled up to the same stat points that other Pokemon have.
Yeah, they're capped at a certain point. So even if you use your affinity items and whatnot, they're definitely capped well below what normal sync pairs would be.
Yeah, so I hope that gets resolved soon.
Yeah, I mean it's a new system, I guess, and they're still filling it out. So I have no doubt
they'll exactly.
Eventually get to the right decision. But more interestingly, one of these Pokemon can be shiny. Which one do you think it is?
I'm hoping it's Scyther.
Yeah, I think so. Scyther has to be the one.
Because Shiny Scizor is gold.
Or if they want
Am
to
I
do
right?
less work, it could be Pinsir and just have Pinsir by itself. Who
True.
knows? Who knows?
True.
But yeah, so that'll be another shiny added to the pool. So there's one shiny currently, and then there'll be another shiny once the bug
Have
type
you
event
have you
comes
found
out.
that shiny yet?
I have not found that shiny, but have you found that
Oh,
shiny?
I have found that shiny. I was very excited. I sent you a
What is
screenshot.
that shiny? Put
Do
me
we
out
want to
my
reveal it?
misery. Yeah, go for it. It's been
Yeah,
a couple of
I
weeks.
found a shiny Tauros egg, which is really cool. It's a
Damn it.
gold Tauros. It looks very majestic, and it's sitting in my daycare at the moment, waiting for me to form a sync pair with it.
You lucky, lucky man. Of course, the guy
I
who
know.
just comes back into the game gets rewarded. I wish I was bad and lucky, you know? Sometimes I
Yep.
just wish I was bad and lucky. But hey, that's life. That's what they say. But talking about lucky, I think we're pretty lucky actually, because we've got
Because we found each
Stephen.
other.
Well, no,
Oh, okay.
yeah. You've taken the
It's
stride out of
friendship
me
week.
right there.
It's friendship week. Come on, it's friendship week.
It's true. Yeah, that's true. It's true. It is friendship week. But no, we've got a new sync pair revealed, and it's the first summer sync pair out of the two. And I did not expect it to be Steven with a Alolan Sandslash. That's an interesting choice.
People are really into his design. I've seen lots and lots of people saying they love his summer design.
Do you know what? I'm one of those people, to be honest with you.
Oh,
It
it's
just
really
looks
cool.
so chilled out.
Yeah, it looks really cool. They've done a good
No
job
pun
with
intended.
the design. They've done a good work with the design.
Yeah, and I think it's very good thinking from them to include Sandslash, because obviously we know about Steven Stone that he likes his steel types, and it's one outside the box, I'd say, choosing an Alolan Sandslash. You don't often see variants teamed up with other trainers. I think the only other one I can think of off the top of my head is Nanu and Alolan Persian. So yeah. Is this one that you're going to be scouting for?
No, Alolan Raichu.
Oh, How and Alolan Raichu as well. So you got Nanu and Alolan Persian, and then How and Alolan Raichu. Yeah, good
And
shouts.
Mudsdale. There's quite a few. Let's be honest.
Wait, what did you say? Mudsdale? I'm talking about Alolan variants.
Oh, variants.
Yeah,
Okay, fair.
yeah.
Raichu. I thought you were saying Alolan Pokemon.
Just name all the Pokemon. No,
My
so
bad.
is this one that you're going to be scouting for, or are you going to wait and see whether or not it's got good abilities, or you're going to just leave it and wait for anniversary and see what's in the anniversary?
I may, if I get over 40,000 gems, I may just spend a couple trying to get. He's a cool pair. He looks really cool. But one of the key things about getting 40,000 gems is that if you spend them all on a single banner, you can at the end of it pick any one pair that you want from the available listing.
Mhm.
So my aim is to get to 40,000 as quickly as I can, so that when the event comes out that has hopefully Red or someone else who's really, really strong, I can guarantee myself that, and then anything else I get along the way is just added bonus. And I'm hoping that the anniversary in a month's time might be a good way for me to do that. Just looking in the chat. Sorry, I was going to say, just looking in the chat, Albob was saying, I kind of want to get back into Masters right now. Albob, on the last podcast, I talked about getting back into Pokemon Masters because I picked it up literally, I think, 15 days ago. So I'm very, very new to it again. Played it when it first came out, completely put it away, and then started a brand new profile 15 days ago. And I'm already taking on content that is at the very highest end of the difficulty tier. So although it's still very, very difficult, and it's taken me a lot of tries because I've not got a lot of sync pairs, it's absolutely doable. And it's pretty easy at the moment to catch up with at least the vast majority of content. They've made it in a really good way for new players to just get back and started again. So if Scyther and Scizor are a good temptation for you, give Masters a try. It's a good time to jump back in. And if you make an account now, in a couple of weeks' time, you'll get a bunch of free gems from when they're doing the significant update at the end of July that we talked about. So a good time to jump back into Pokemon Masters if you want to.
Yeah,
Sorry, I cut you off.
No, go for it. I mean, just rolling off that actually, it's a good time to jump in just because I'll come to it later on, but you know the anniversary is at the end of August, and if you save up as many gems as you can till from now till then, I mean you've got a good chance of getting what you want out of the game. So I'd definitely say jump back in, even if you just log in every day and collect the gems. Just do it. I'd say exactly what you said. To be honest with you, Amit. The only thing I was
one
going
of
to
those
say,
games that you can play at your own pace. If you want to kind of catch up as quickly as you can, the game will allow you to do that. If you just want to take your time and play at a casual pace, you can do that as well.
Yeah, just on that, I mean, I did a stream when Red came out, where I was pulling for Red, and I did save up 40k gems, and I managed to get myself 3 pairs of Red. So yeah, definitely spending your gems on like a Pokefair banner rather than the normal banners is probably a wise idea. So yeah, jump in, get saving, and spend some of that moolah. But next up on Masters, type skills are coming to Pokemon Masters, and this is part of the sort of big update they were talking about. But it basically activates when you've got 2 or more sync pairs of the same type, and it powers up these pairs. So this is something they've hinted at previously, where they wanted to have sort of more reasons to have certain sync pairs team up together. So that's one thing. The other thing they're working on is team-based enhancements activated by conditions other than type. So what I think they mean by that is if you've got someone like Blue, Red, and Leaf together, which we saw in the 6-month anniversary trailer, you might have some sort of like skill activate based on that. What do you think for that theory? On that theory?
I think it's a good theory. I think it's a good theory. I'm excited because there'll be lots of different ways, I think, for us to power up our teams rather than having to stick with kind of conventional special attack themed teams, or maybe physical attack based teams, or defensive teams. There'll be lots of different ways to mix and match now. That's always a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, I have got into a rut where I've got my go-to team and I just stick to that team. So to have like incentives of using sort of other pairs together would be a welcome sort of change. But yeah, that's it for that section of Pokemon news. The other things they were talking about is they're working hard towards the anniversary in late August, and what we know is going to feature in this anniversary is that Palkia Legendary event is coming. And I was just sort of wondering, now is the main character going to be teaming up with Palkia, or do you think another character is going to be teaming up with Palkia, just like we had Silver and Ho-Oh?
I mean, I think it's probably going to be a similar to the Cabalion event. It'll be
It's not. It's not.
Do we know it's not? Oh, that's really interesting.
It's a
Maybe it
legendary
will
event.
be.
It's not a legendary arena.
Maybe we'll see. I forget the name of the Gen 4 villain. Maybe
Cyrus,
we'll see.
perhaps?
Yeah, Cyrus.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see Cyrus. Maybe we'll see Cyrus teaming up with it.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't because of the way they've worded it. It doesn't sound like the legendary arena that we've gotten used to. They've said event like specifically, and that's what they said with Ho-Oh and Mewtwo. And it's been a while since we've had one of those. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's time. The other thing they'll be doing is launching other features like the Champion Arena. So this is where you'll take on Elite Four members and champions from other regions. We talked about this in episode 3, so if you want to go back and have a listen at that. But they say that through this there'll be new ways of strengthening your sync pairs. So another cool thing added to the game, and we'll see what they mean by strengthening sync pairs.
Hardest Elite Four in any game. Go.
I'd probably just say Silver, just because of how Lance crushed me at the end constantly.
In Gold and Silver?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just those Dragonites. Flashbacks. What about you?
Correct answer is the Indigo Plateau Elite Four in Pokemon Stadium.
Okay.
Forget trying to beat them.
Why is it just like AI being unfair or something?
No, the problem with Pokemon Stadium is that unless you had unless you were playing Pokemon Red and Blue, and you had the like extension that allowed you to plug your cartridge into your N64, you could only use rental Pokemon who were all terrible. So you had like a Gyarados that had really good moves like Thunderbolt and Hydro Pump and things like that, but it had terrible special stat. And it had a really good attack stat but no physical moves, so it was just completely useless. So you're basically preying on the RNG gods that like paralysis or freezing or something like that will happen in order to get through the Elite Four. It's unbelievably difficult. And actually, there was a bit of a trend a couple of months ago where people were trying to take on the challenge on Pokemon Stadium with random teams. So a random generator would pick the 6 Pokemon, which would include, Caterpies and all that kind of stuff. And they'd have to try and beat all the gym leaders and the Elite Four. And it took people upwards of like 20, 30 hours to do. It's tough.
That does not sound really fun at all. But do you know what does sound fun? God.
Fun?
God. dimwit. Yeah, what does sound fun, well, not really, is the July update at the end of the month, where they've scheduled to add a new training area, which will replace our current one, and a trial launch of this stamina system that they've talked about for ages. Again, check out episode 3 for our thoughts and breakdown of it. But I think you asked me a question, and I'll just recap it for you. The areas that shouldn't be affected is some events, Battle Villa, Legendary Arena, and co-op, I believe. So those sort of areas won't be touched by this sort of stamina system. This is based on what they said back in May/June, so take that with a pinch of salt. But they will give you a survey after the stamina system rolls out, and you can give them feedback. And if there's one thing that I can say for Masters, is that they've listened to the community throughout the life of the game. So definitely give your feedback on that. But apart from that, we've actually got some big news as well in Pokemon Masters, where we're going to get a video update in mid-August to let us know what's happening in the 1-year anniversary celebration. And we haven't had one of these in 7 months. But I'll remind you what they revealed 7 months ago, and this should get you excited of, I'll give you some sort of expectation of what's to come. So in the last video, they introduced legendary events with Mewtwo and Giovanni. They had Grimsley join the game. They showed off our first ever seasonal sync pairs in Rosanta and Seobold. We had Lance and Cynthia revealed. Also, the fact that we're getting remixes of their sort of theme tunes or soundtracks. The sync grid was announced for the first time, and the Battle Villa was also shown off for the first time. So there was a lot shown off in the last video, and I expect we're going to have a lot shown off in the next video. So something to be excited about. Buddy.
Those video trailers were probably the thing that got me most excited for Pokemon Masters before it launched.
Yeah.
It's just that they were really, really well done. I'm looking forward to the next one.
It's nice to get a face to the game, no pun intended. Like you had the producer Yu Sasaki, who has this massive afro, which looks pretty cool, but they make fun of it during the video, so it was nice watching them. You know, it was entertaining rather than just having to read walls of texts in game. Yeah, I definitely prefer that sort of style of communication.
I'm sure we'll be talking about it plenty when it comes out.
Yeah. That afro gets 10 excited out of 10. But we'll move on to the next section if you've got nothing to add to Masters.
Go ahead.
It's time for the podcast form news, Sword and Shield. So, there's new promoted raids. What's available in these promoted raids?
You can bag yourselves water types. Actually, the promoted raids dens that are out at the moment end in about 4 hours from this podcast being live. So if you want to go and catch
rambling at the moment.
Yeah, if you want to go catch water types, now is the time to do it. But also there are Shiny Wailords available. 2% chance that any promoted raid den could be a Shiny Wailord. And it's guaranteed shiny if you find it. So absolutely go and check that out before you go to bed tonight if you want a Shiny Wailord. And we were saying before the podcast started, I speculate, or I wonder, if one of the reasons why they're promoting Shiny Wailords is if maybe having a Shiny Wailord and a Shiny Relincath is a way to unlock the Shiny Reggies when the next DLC comes out. I am purely speculating, but get your hands on a Shiny Wailord just in case.
Shiny or no shiny, you're guaranteed to have a Wailord over time. So that's it for that. It's ending in 4 hours. But we've got a competition, a new tournament called Galar Beginnings. And this one is where you're restricted to only using Pokemon that feature in the Isle of Armor decks. So yeah, I thought what would be really cool is we talk about our 3 picks for the tournament. Now, please, and this is a note to people, do not take me seriously. I'm just saying these because I think they're fun picks. They're not going to help you in any way. They might do, but most likely I'm going to sabotage you. So don't take too much attention to what I'm saying. But I'll say, okay, you start off with the first pick. Who are you picking, buddy?
So yeah, did we say it's a singles format? Just in case we didn't say that at the beginning. I'm also really disappointed that they didn't name this Armor Beginner. Like I'm a beginner. I'm really annoyed that they missed that.
That is excellent. I'll give you that. That's not even sarcasm. That is brilliant. That is actually brilliant.
Armor Beginner. I'm really annoyed that they missed that. I should be doing marketing.
What was that accent, by the way? Was that like Cockney or something?
But listen, hey, you get what you pay for. I don't know what it was, but you got it.
I don't even pay you.
That's true. Where's my cup?
I'll tell you
So
what, I haven't even seen that sweet Twitch or sponsorship money, mostly because we haven't got any sponsorship money because we
true.
haven't applied for it. But hey,
Hey, we appreciate the subscribers and the followers and everyone else who checks us out either way.
yeah, we do it for the
Um,
love of Pokemon.
it's true. No, so my three, do you want me to name all three? My three picks?
Just name one. I'll bounce
Just
back
name
and
one.
forth.
So my first pick, one of the standouts from the Isle of Armor release was Talonflame. So Talonflame comes with a very useful ability called Gale Wing. So when it's at full HP, it gets a priority boost to all of its flying type moves.
Oh, so
So if
it's
you
the
wanted,
nerfed version rather than the OG Gen 6 version of Gale
yeah,
Wings.
it only gets a boost to its priority on flying type moves when it's at full HP. But what's really useful and why a lot of people are using it in competitive play as well, is it's a free way to get off a priority max airstream. So a free speed boost to your team, rather than setting up something like Tailwind, which is probably more useful in doubles. But Talonflame with significant damaging moves in Brave Bird and Flare Blitz can do some real damage to some of the heavy hitters like Amoonguss and take them out in one hit. So expect to see Talonflame in the Armor Beginnings tournament. It's one to look out for, and watch out for its priority.
Yeah, it does sound like flying types and fire types will be pretty popular in this format. So
Mm.
I didn't even think about priority max airstream, which sounds broken. So yeah,
Yeah, it's very handy in doubles.
cool. So my first pick. Excuse me for 1 second. Had to burp there. My first pick is an
Is it
Eviolite
Snorlax?
Porygon 2.
Oh, nice.
It's
Porygon too.
one of my trusty Pokemon I used to use back in the day. Just shenanigans. You got your Thunder Waves, you got your Toxics. You know, you've got your Tri Attacks as usual. But it's just a fun, not even that bulky pair. Just Porygon 2 is cool. So I thought I'd chuck that one in there.
We've talked in the past about Pokemon that never came to be, or designs that never came to be. Porygon 2's original design, where it looks a bit like a lion, is probably one of my favorite designs that never came to be.
Oh, I
If you
wish I
haven't
knew
seen it,
about this.
go Google it. It's very funny.
I'll have to. I'll have to. So what's pick number 2?
My next pick, probably one of the more popular ones, another fire type is Volcanrola. So Volcanrola being a fire and bug.
Volcarona. Volcarona.
Volcarona. We argue about this all the time.
Volcarona.
Volcarona. Volcarona. Very popular. Very popular in Gen 6 when it first came out.
Praise the
Uh,
sun.
access to access to Quiver Dance, which gives it special attack, special defense, and speed 1 boost. So 3 stats for the price of 1 move, which is pretty uncommon. And it can really sweep teams. So watch out for it having some very powerful max moves, or potentially not Dynamaxing and just putting out some very powerful Fire Blasts, Bug Buzz, and other moves like that.
Fiery
Um,
dance.
yeah, Fiery Dance. So keep an eye out for uh, Volcarona. I expect it to be very popular.
Yeah, Volcarona is one of those Pokemon in Gen 5 which I'd like to see more Pokemon in the future have reveals like that, where it's sort
Gen
of
6.
mysterious.
Oh, you don't know it was Gen 5, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It
If
was
you
Gen
do,
5,
do you
yeah.
remember the under the desert there was like
Yeah, it
reference
was
to
the
it
Relic
stuff.
Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Relic Castle. You had to go like, and you had to beat the game as well. It was like the Mewtwo of its game, even though it wasn't a legendary.
Yeah. It
You
was
had
really
to
cool
go
though.
and yeah, it was level 70. You had to go all the way down into this very complicated basement in a Relic Castle, and there it was.
We don't recommend you go into basements, by the way. That's a PokeRamble official line there.
All right, moving on.
But yeah, if you've
What's
ever
your next
watched
pick?
us play Pokemon Showdown on stream, you'll see that Volcarona, in more occasions than one, has saved us. So yeah, very good shout there. Here's one Pokemon that I think is really fun and I like to use from time to time, and it's a Belly Drummer Azumarill. Just for those clutch +6 Aquajets, Aquajets, whatever you like.
Yeah, I mean,
Play rough.
Azumarill is very popular. Access to huge power doubles its attack. Is it pure power? No, huge power. Access
Huge
to
power,
huge
yeah.
power gives it double its attack stat. With Belly Drum, obviously, it has access to a huge attacking potential. Priority in Aqua Jets, Liquidation, Play Rough, lots of great moves. So yeah, another very popular choice, I'm sure.
Yeah, I guess we're talking about popular fire types. I mean, that could be a counter to them of
Yeah,
sorts.
very much so.
Just make sure you
Yeah.
whack on a citrus berry or something. But what's your third and final pick?
My third and final, there is one Pokemon I haven't mentioned because I'm wondering if it's very fringe and I think it's going to be very good.
Well,
But I won't mention what it is. We'll talk about it after the tournament.
okay.
But the one that I think will be a lot of fun and is well worth trying
Mysterious
out
girl.
is one of my favorite Pokemon from Gen 5, Zoroark. So Zoroark has the ability, it's not disguise, what's it? Illusion.
Illusion.
Has the
Yeah.
ability illusion, where when it enters the battle, is disguised as the Pokemon in the back of your team. So if the Pokemon in your back of your team is for example, fighting type, and you send out Zoroark, when your opponent tries to use Psychic on it, it won't have any effect. So it's a really good way to catch your opponents off guard, maybe set up nasty plot, and then try and do big amounts of damage. It's a fun Pokemon to use.
Zoroark was one of those Pokemon that I had during my playthrough of Black and White 2.
Yeah, it's a
And
really fun Pokemon.
it hit like a truck, but the only problem is it couldn't take any attacks. And
Yeah, it's got a really good
I was
special
always
attack
wondering
stat.
as a young Kumail, just like why can't he survive? He's high level. It's like not understanding that his bulk was pretty low.
But that's what Illusion's there for. So you try and trick your opponent into thinking it's a different Pokemon, trying to take advantage of that.
Exactly.
Lots
And
of people like to use the Toxicroak because it's 4 times weak to Psychic to try and bait the Psychic type move.
oh, that's what we call here on the channel big brain plays. I'm
Yeah, you don't
surprised I
see many
said
of
that.
those.
I'm surprised I said that very easily. Normally I get twisted on those sort of
You do.
wordisms.
You do.
Um, but yeah,
Your
my
final pick.
my final
Your
pick
final
is a
pick.
prankster Klefki, just to be annoying.
Oh, nice.
Just to be annoying. No other reason than just to be annoying. You know, no one likes the person
Well,
who brings Thunderwave to a fight. So yeah, there you go.
yeah, Klefki's got some great moves. Prankster boosting all non-damaging moves to +1 priority. So Thunderwave and other moves like that are a really good way to, irritate your opponent to no end.
Exactly, and you
Some
can
pointers.
run foul play for physical attackers as well. So you can
Yeah.
paralyze them and foul play them to death if you wanted to. So yeah, that's Klefki for you. I did want to give an honorable mention to Exploud with choice specs if you're feeling extra spicy, but yeah,
Very nice.
that's it.
Don't forget Urshifu is illegal. So if you wanted to use an
It's
Urshifu,
legal.
you're more than welcome to. It is
Yeah,
legal, yes.
yeah. Don't it just sounded like you said legal there. I was like, oh no.
Sorry, it is legal.
Okay, put me out of my misery. What's this about the VGC tournament?
So the VGC tournament, we talked way back in I think late April about the Pokemon World Championships being cancelled this year due to the ongoing COVID-19 situation. So the tournaments moved to online, and the qualifiers were taking place earlier this week. Quite a lot of them were being streamed. So if you want to go watch some of those videos, by all means, they're on the Pokemon Company's YouTube channel. But yeah, you got to see some of the qualifiers for the online version of Worlds this year. Always good fun.
Anything further?
Yeah, they had Pokemon tournament. I think Pokemon trading card game is still a while away, but I think they were showing Pokemon tournament as well. So go check it out if you're interested in competitive or just want to see what it's all about. Lots of very, very clever people doing some very clever things.
Sorry, I should have said anything further on Pokemon Sword and Shield.
I'm just looking at my notes. I don't think so. I think that was everything for Sword and Shield.
And we're moving on. TCG. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. We've got something cool. Something very weird and cool.
Yeah,
and unexpected.
You can raid battle in the Pokemon trading card game. It's a really clever idea. So playing off Generation 8 and Dynamax Pokemon and raid dens, you can now do raid battles in Pokemon trading card game. And the really cool thing is they've designed raid battles to work with cards from any generation. So if you've got cards from way back when you were a kid and they're sitting in a box somewhere, get them out, go and download the online resources for raid battles. It's all completely free, all available on the Pokemon website. Go check it out, download the resources, get some friends together, or play on your own, a bit like solitaire, and do it a bit like a puzzle. But they've got different levels of difficulty depending on the types of cards that you've got access to. So mix it up, have some fun, and yeah, go check it out. It's a really clever set of rules designed to be really straightforward. So if you've never played a Pokemon trading card game before, don't worry about it. They explain the rules. They keep them really simple. If you have cards lying around and haven't used them in a long time, what a great way to do it. You can play with friends. You can play on your own. Um, it's cool. It's a really nice little addition, all completely free. Um, I can't really praise it enough. It's a really cool little addition to the Pokemon trading card game.
And it's something that just came out of left field. Like, no, I don't think anyone was expecting it, and no one could have guessed it
Yeah,
was coming.
no real announcement, no fanfare, other than the release news. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
what's really weird is that the video is actually unlisted, so you can only find it in various places. I mean, where I found it was GameSpot. GameSpot has a video on their website. So if you just literally Google Pokemon TCG Raid Battle and GameSpot, you'll be able to find it. But yeah, well worth checking out, and they explain it really well. As you can see on the screenshot, you've got the OG Charizard there, so that's just proof that Amit is not lying to you. He is telling the truth for once.
And I want to say that the Pokemon next to it is an original Cloyster as well. No, it's not.
I'm
No,
not going
no,
to
it's
full
not.
screen it. I'm not going to full screen it because it's
You don't
going to
want to
create
crash
me a
everything.
lot of problems. So yeah.
I can actually. No, I'm taking it back. It's not the original Cloyster. I
Okay.
retract my statement.
Well, to find out what it is, tune in next week. But we're moving on. Where the Helioptile is Pokemon Sleep. Have you got anything for me this week?
I mean, I no. I'll be honest that I'm. It's one of those things where it's keeping me up at night, and I just wish that I had something that would just help me go to sleep because I'm just up all night.
Very good.
I'm just up all night stressing and thinking about where is Pokemon Sleep, and I just wish that there was something I could use, some app maybe, something that would plug into my pillow and
some sort of
monitor my sleep.
device to go with that app, you know?
Yeah, that would just help me fall asleep. I don't know how am I gonna survive if I can't fall asleep until this app comes out. I'm worrying about it day and
You hear
night.
that, Pokemon Company? He needs an app for his nap. Give it to him.
It's true.
I did have something as a contingency plan, but I'm going to save that for the next time we don't have an idea for Pokemon Sleep. But we are, of course, moving on.
I will never run out of ideas for Pokemon Sleep. This is the best running gag I think I've ever been a part of.
A very good gag, but what's not a gag is the fact that Pokemon Rumble Rush has got its last ever cup competition.
I cannot believe that they're still putting out new cups and new content for this game, and it's due to shut down in literally 3 days now. So
it definitely makes
the
me think
RCS
this is something that was premature. That the developers of the game probably didn't see coming in. It was an executive decision elsewhere to shut down the game.
Yeah, I wonder, or maybe they've got new IP coming to the Switch and they want to revamp the game. I don't know.
That's
But
the other
it's a shame.
possibility is that they've got I don't want to say full version, but they've got a new iteration of Rumble coming to sort of consoles and want to focus on that.
Yeah, and maybe a bit like Pokemon Cafe, they just want to sync up the mobile version with the Switch version
Yeah,
and
it's
release
just
it all at the same time,
just
get everyone on a level playing field.
a very strange decision. And I know we've gone for it before, but I just can't fathom how it's going out of commission so early. But that's a risky.
Yeah,
take
so
with
it's been
Pokemon
around
games.
what I think just under a year actually.
Yeah.
But go check it out. If you're still playing it, the RCS Cup is there for 3 more days. Make the most of it, and then we'll be saying a goodbye to Rumble Rush next week.
Do 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 do. Wait, that's the marriage theme tune. Never
I was going to say, are you getting married?
mind.
That's not a funeral march.
Moving on.
I guess it depends on your perspective.
Unknown question of the week. Well, the unknown question of the week is if I'm getting married or not. But
I was
find
going to
out
say,
next time.
I hope that the music cut me off there.
It didn't.
Otherwise, I'll get into
But
a lot of trouble.
It was fine. We've done it before where the music's playing and you say something, but sometimes it like leads in very nicely to the next section. So you're fine. Just for context, people, he can't hear the music when I'm playing it, so it makes it a bit difficult for him. But usually he's got good sense. But talking about sense, what's happening with this unknown question of the week?
Yeah, so it is actually another one rooted in good sense, good science. Magneton, Pokemon way back from Generation 1, weighs over 10 times the weight of a single Magnemite. So Magnemite
Wait, what? How's that work?
yeah. So when Magnemite evolves, as the Pokedex says, it joins together with 3 other Magnemites and becomes Magneton. and the design for Magneton is literally 3 Magnemites all joined together in the middle. But if you look at the stats in the Pokedex, Magneton weighs over 132 pounds, and Magnemite has a weight of 13.2 pounds.
What did Magnemite say to its evolution?
I don't know.
Wow, you've put on a magneton of weight.
Nice.
That's just a really bad pun.
Nice. No, I
talking
like
of bad
that.
pun, do you want to do our new section, unofficial section, or do you want to keep that between us?
We can do the unofficial section.
Okay. I don't have a picture for this, but hey, it is what it is. There's no chance this joke will be good. Hit me.
What do you call a Jamaican proctologist?
What do you call a Jamaican proctologist?
A Pokemon.
Thank you for joining us on episode 8 of the PokeRamble Podcast. I'm your host, Kumail. I've been joined by the Battle Frontier Brain himself, Amit. Amit, where can the people find us in the good world?
Oh, I need a second. That was so dumb. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I just
want
you, when you go to sleep tonight without your Pokemon sleep app, I just want you just to think one thing. Was it worth it? Was it worth it?
Oh, I'm literally crying. That was probably the dumbest thing I've ever done on the podcast. Accent and everything.
Yeah, we haven't got a BGL section just yet, by the way. Someone's asking us in the chat. We haven't got a BGL section, but we'll be sure to look into it. But be assured that it'll be butter free on launch. I don't know. Just take us out, buddy.
You can find the PokeRamble podcast on Spotify. You can find us on YouTube. Search PokeRamble Podcast. You can find us on all your good podcast streaming services. And also, we are
That's
live.
not a shot to iTunes, by the way.
Fair enough. And we are live on twitch.tv/KumailH. That's KUMAILH. Every Sunday evening, 7:30 p.m. British Summer Time, 6:30 p.m. Universal Central Time. Come and check us out live and listen to us as we record the podcast live. Next week, depending on how the news goes, I think we're going to be talking about some of the toughest challenges in the Pokemon game series.
And there's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah, there are.
Now,
so
just quantify this for me. Are you talking about challenges within the games, or are these like Pokemon trainer made challenges?
I'm gonna probably allow. Maybe we'll do both. Maybe we'll do user made challenges and also core games as well.
Okay.
Let's do that. That'll be good fun. So join us next week for the PokeRamble Podcast, episode 9. I've been the Frontier Brain.
And I've been the other guy. Play Ghost of Tsushima. It's really good.
How is it every week? Every week I get myself psyched for this exit and I'm like, I got it. Boom, boom, boom. Spotify, Twitter, Twitch. And then you're like, I'm the other guy.
hey, it's just me being humble. It's just me being humble.
I see.
But let's not drag this out because it's going to take me another 5 minutes to upload it. So take care till next week, 7:30. Sundays, don't forget, British Summer Time. We're going to go raid.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.